brisk 41 degrees, already past 8:30 on Halloween. What are we doing up so late, T-Rex? All right, take it easy. Let's just go easy out into the cold air advection from all levels of the atmosphere this morning. Are you joining us, Steve? Come on. Things to do. Steve, come on, please. Steve. Ugh. Bye. Snooze, you lose. It's the first thing we all did this morning. We got up and checked the webcams. Oh, wait a minute. We've got the moon. See the moon on the upper left? I'm gonna hold the camera out. Try not to drown my audio and wind. Killington did not wait 1 second. It was in the middle of the night last night when the temperature and the dew point got to just the right place. Yeah, dew point plays a role. The drier the air, the easier it is to make snow because of evaporational cooling, as the guns send out that spray of mist and it causes evaporational cooling. You can actually make snow with a temperature above 32 degrees if the air is dry enough. And it is very dry down here. Near Boston this morning, first morning in the 30s. I know this graphic shows Boston in the 30s, but I think Boston only got to 41 at Logan Airport, as if that's the only station in town. The front, wow, the front sky waves, just amazing. The wind up there in the sky. Let's go to 200 millibars, 170 plus knots. That's close to 200 miles an hour. And our Twitter friend, Pilot Pete, returning from Montana, shows his instrument panel going over Michigan yesterday. I can't see the speed. He says it's 700 miles an hour ground speed, practically supersonic. I can see that he's headed at 112 degrees, coming back to New England. So that is the air way up there, moving close to 200 miles an hour. And it's the cold air. This is the front that has crossed the nation, changing the weather from coast to coast. 2 feet of snow in Colorado. Snowed a couple different times. Ski season has begun in Colorado, and it won't be long here in the Northeast. So here it is on satellite with the front stretching from just south of New England all the way down south of Florida. And also look at that spin just east of the Bahamas. That is the little gyre in the atmosphere that the National Hurricane Center 2 days ago said there was a 70% probability of it becoming Tropical Storm Vince, sorry, and merging with our incoming front, another front tomorrow. And now the Hurricane Center says, nope, nothing, it's not going to spin. Watch out, Caribbean, though, Hurricane Center says. More on that later as we get closer. Anyhow, we're in the cold air advection. High pressure's coming in today, but there's another upper level low and surface front coming across the Midwest. And it looks like a mini early polar vortex, to tell you the truth. Let's go to 500 millibars. Wait, first I want to talk about the difference between a positive tilt trough and a negative tilt trough, because I've used those phrases a couple times. A positive tilt trough has the air coming at us from lower left to upper right, and those are usually progressive and fast moving and cause storms to develop too slow. And then you have a negative tilt trough where the air comes more south to north, and the negative tilt trough is the one that really can crank up a storm, especially if it cuts off into a closed low. So we have the closed low now coming across the Midwest with heavy snow, maybe some thunder mixed in there. And then watch the closed low open up and become a positive tilted trough as it comes into New England tonight and tomorrow. So it's because of that and the phasing of the polar, Arctic, and subtropical jet happening well to our east that the Euro from last week with its feet of snow for today and tomorrow is totally off base. But so is the GFS that had high pressure for us and no sign of an ocean storm for today and tomorrow. Each in their 5 to 8 day forecast was wrong. The GFS is actually now a little wetter. Let's go to the the short-range, high-resolution model, though, for a play-by-play. High-resolution rapid refresh shows the green is the rain and the blue is the snow coming in. So you have that upper level low from the west, and then there's the surface low rain off to the south. And then tomorrow afternoon, as that upper trough comes over, we're going to have scattered rain and snow showers. And there could be some grapple or even a trace of snow right into your own backyard in southern New England. That is the coldest air of the season aloft coming through. Mount Washington probably gets below 0 tonight and tomorrow. Summit of Mount Washington, by the way, this morning, when I got up, was about 9 degrees. There was an ice storm in the White Mountains yesterday. There are the icicles on the picnic table at Wildcat this morning with an inch or two of snow on top of those. Maine takes the prize for the prettiest sunrise today. Sugarloaf, no sign of any snow guns, but some people were making turns in Sugarloaf and hiking yesterday. And also James Cinco, meteorologist, Linden State alum, at the National Weather Service in Caribou, sent up his drone this morning as the sun was coming up. Thank you, James. So Maine picked up a solid 3 to 6 inches of snow. And as usually happens with these fronts, each wave of low pressure on these fronts will go a little further south. So tomorrow, the best chance of any accumulating snow is probably in southern Vermont and the hills of western Massachusetts and maybe even northwestern Connecticut. That's the HRR snowfall guess for tonight and tomorrow. And then the high pressure, strong high. You know, record low temperatures. Again, let's digress to this morning. This morning, Sydney, Montana at 5 below 0. Looks like it's the coldest October morning on record. And there was even some monthly records for October set way down to Mississippi with temperatures freezing all the way down the lower Mississippi Valley this morning. So that's how you can get colder air coming in from the west and southwest, as we saw on that upper level flow in that 200 millibar chart at the beginning there. So yeah, we are getting cold air advection from the west-southwest up in the sky, from the north down here on the ground. That high pressure system anyhow will bring us a calm morning Thursday morning. Looks like a hard freeze for most of New England. And then we start getting on the backside with gusty wind from the west and southwest. There's the Boston weather.us chart with the temperature. They're getting below freezing on the Euro on Thursday morning. GFS doesn't have us quite at freezing. And then the wind becomes gusty from the southwest on Friday with the temperature gradually getting back up into the 50s. So it's not exactly going to get hot or warm around here, but less cold air coming at us. And then going forward after that, the weak front goes north of us on Saturday and Sunday, maybe a few showers north. And then that Sunday, Monday, still there was something there. The boundary is right over us, but now it looks like we wait till Tuesday, Wednesday, and oh boy, here we go again. About a week or 8 or 9 days from now, there's going to be a series of low pressure systems trying to get below 990. And this is all over the charts with where the rain snow line's going to be for next probably Wednesday, Thursday, I think is how it looks. And so fairly quiet going into there. You want to see what the snowfall looks like coast to coast. This is the second week in a row with coast to coast snowfall over North America. And you get that little bit tomorrow here in the hills of western New England, and then not much going on. Goes into Canada, and then more storms digging in the west and the Rockies, and then arriving here next Wednesday or Thursday. Looks like parts of central New England next week may get some snowfall, but that's totally going to be a moving target, of course. Getting to 9 minutes. Go to the moon. Now, you can't see it, but the moon and Jupiter were in the sky right next to each other last night. Didn't clear out until late at night. Spent yesterday in the garden. There's a before and after tree. Went over to Bert's Boatyard. 1 week ago, the picture of the tree there at Bert's, the maple, had a lot of green leaves. And then yesterday, half the leaves are gone. The other half are yellow, and there's still a tiny bit of green in there. Anyhow, falling and blowing leaves is the forecast for today and tomorrow. And I did put the garden to bed last evening, so pretty much all the plants have been pulled. There's the pile right there. I'll leave you some highlights with the rush to harvest, really, hundreds of tomatoes. Hundreds of tomatoes. And you can see I missed some. It was getting dark. These might be okay. And this is also how they grow again next season when you leave a few out there. The cherry tomatoes I didn't get until late in the season, but happy to have them. Going to have them lasting quite some time because I got so many of them. Beautiful sky waves. Happy Halloween. Oh, yes. And TJ, Tommy Jr., Fogarty, and Quincy. Has the vibe. Yes. Dress up those kiddos. That's what they say on TV. Keep them warm. How warm is a pumpkin shell? How cute is Tommy? Okay, talk to you tomorrow. Yep, Steve, you snooze, you lose. You really missed it. Sorry, bud. Freezing outside. We can't just leave the door open forever waiting for you. Forgot these two gauges, too. Let's see, what's that one say? That says 39.9. I'm going to go with 39 for my low so far today. Could get lower before midnight. And 0.43 on top of yesterday's 0.46. So almost 9/10 of an inch of rain last 2 days. 30 days done dirt cheap. A Monday board meeting. I'm going to call it a day. It's about 3 o'clock. Wind is not from the northwest. I think it's from the east. Creepy. It's that time of year. Put one of these things on your head. Good to see you, Marilyn. Anyhow, out the door. 3 o'clock. What a door. I want a door like this. It is not pretty. It's pouring. Actually, it is kind of pretty. And this tree, just a week ago, had mostly green leaves, which are mostly down on the ground now. And the best Halloween yard in our neighborhood is right here. But of course I got the windshield wipers on and there are cars parked all the way in front of it, so I can't really make you a good video. Yeah, it's not bad. Rainy day. That's how it should be. I like that they're Jeep people, but as my dad used to say, hey, you make a better wall than a window. Just can't see them. It's just too crowded today. And that's the state of our foliage. There's another Cape Dory over there, a couple fixer-uppers and some slickery roads. Wouldn't you say? 52 degrees, 5:30 on Monday, October 30th. This is it. This is our last chance to make a harvest before the temperatures go into the 30s in the morning. You gonna come out on this one, Steve, or not? Come on, let's go. Still raining. Picked up about an inch of rain since yesterday morning. About 36 hours worth. Pretty close. Let it go as long as I could. Sad day. Look at that little baby there wanting to grow. Such a tease. Look at that. Still the shape of the container I got it in. Such a tease, those few days in the 80s last week. Peppers thought they were going to have another season. I think these are actually bell peppers. Oh, yes, they are bell peppers. And the reason they're still the same shape is because I never planted these guys. Look at, it's the container I got them in. I was supposed to give them to my neighbor. Oh, it's called leaving food on the table. Thanks for trying. I don't think you're gonna make it though. All right, gotta get those. Since this morning I emptied out 0.46, we got another 0.4. It's 0.86 for the event. But these are the ones I'm really going for right now. Pardon me. No easy way to do it, really. Look at them. The end. Right. Anyhow, we'll keep working on the garden, just in different forms. Sorry, babies. Not gonna make it this year. Oh man, even under the compost. Now it stays warmer under the compost. I could try an experiment and let all these go, but I don't know. Look at them all. Look at this. Look at them all. Poor little guys. They just kept going and going. I mean, if these things could have gone up, they would have gone up like 10 feet. I just keep pulling them and they just keep coming. And I keep finding more and more. Sad. Half a bucket. Well, not sad. Kind of happy sad. That would literally be like 15 feet up in the sky. And these things all grew just from compost, from seeds from last year. Not even in the main garden. And as you can see, it's still raining a bit. And people are still boating. It's actually the harbor master. Heading off into a rainy sunset. No, that's actually moonrise over that way. Are we going to see the moon and Jupiter tonight? They're going to be really close together. Keep an eye out for clearing late. Inches of snow in Maine. Rain just changed to snow at Jay Peak at about 4:30. So, wintry 3 days for New England. The end of gardening in southern New England. Some of these tomatoes will make it till December. Of course, you're going to have to go through them, clean them, pick them out as they rot and turn red, and eat them as they turn red. Some nice peppers in there too. Last of the Montauk daisies. Won't mind getting rid of the mosquitoes. Last week they were as thick as ever. Not even 6 o'clock yet. Just about dark. 1 week from today, it'll be not even 5 o'clock yet and just about dark. Fall back on Saturday. What do you see, Steve? Yeah, the goods. Last 2 days, 3 days, all the way to sunset.